All right, guys, so it is a huge pleasure of mine to have worked out with him and now to get to know him on a deeper personal level. So right now, I'm with the one and only Rob Riches, and this guy is so humble. Me even saying that, he's like, oh, please. That's why it's a real joy for me to be able to sit here with him and just discuss things further, just ask questions that you guys at home want to know. And before we even throw it to Rob, I think this is really interesting. 7 years ago, he posted his first YouTube video. I'm gonna say that one more time because I don't think people understand that. 7 years ago, Rob Riches posted his first workout video on YouTube. It was a chest and tricep workout. And guess what? He's still uploading consistently till this day. So, you know, just the YouTube platform appreciates him as, you know, just as a creator and as somebody who's dedicated and who just doesn't stop. So let's get right into it. I want Rob Riches to introduce himself and just tell the people what he's well known for. You know, what is he known for? What do people stop him for? And let's just put it over to Rob. Rob, what's going on, man?
7 years, really?
Yeah, 7 years ago.
We just shot another video today, so it's going strong.
Yeah.
What am I known for? You know what? I've done a lot of things that I wanted to do. I wanted to compete. I wanted to get a magazine cover. I wanted to be relevant in some shape or form. And the biggest thing, which happens almost on a daily basis, is people come up and they go, whether they know me or not, they go, "You're that guy off YouTube, aren't you? What's your name?" And I normally say it, and they're like, "Oh, I saw this video or that video, or I watched this and it helped me do that." And that's the biggest, like, most humbling thing. It's better than, honestly, it's better than competitions, magazine stuff, because it's real. It's seeing people that watch these videos and then you meet them and they come up and they open up a whole new perspective than just putting content out there and watching the numbers. Okay. So yeah, just, I mean, essentially paying it forwards. When I started out weight training, back when I was 14, 15, I picked up my first weight after injuring my shoulder on mountain biking, needed to build up my strength. It just, I became absorbed with it. To be able to transform my body and have the control and the discipline to be able to kind of create an effect and get bigger shoulders or see my strength go up on bench presses or squats. There was no social media back then. This was back in like 1998, 1999, before any of these like social media platforms and YouTube. So I'd have to read, ask questions, trial and error. The gains I made, had I started today, they'd have been much quicker because you've got all of this information out there, videos, articles, people sharing stuff. So I'm just trying to put out what has worked for me, and if people can follow that and it works for them, then yeah, my job is done.
Yeah. Well, being a male fitness model, I'm sure a lot of people want to know, number one, can I do it? And I want you to be brutally honest with some people on what are the requirements to actually be able to do that for a living, right? And I think a lot of people see the fancy side of it. They see when you take them behind the scenes of a photo shoot, it looks all glamorous. You looked all cut up and shredded. You have, you know, really well-known photographers taking your pictures. You're on magazine covers, but what's the dark side of it? And also, it's just like, what are the requirements to be successful in that field, you know? Because I'm sure not anybody can do that. So what would you tell somebody? Would you tell them to not waste their time going after it? Or would you tell them,
I'd never say no. Okay. You know, if people said that to me when I wanted to start competing, I wanted to do a bodybuilding competition. Okay. People were like, "You're not big enough, you haven't got the right body for it," and I didn't listen to them. I proved them wrong. I knew I could do it. So, you know, if you're watching this and you want to do a magazine photo shoot, do a competition, absolutely, do it. At the very least, you learn something about yourself and about what you're capable of, right, which is way beyond like the actual factor of doing the competition. That's like an afterthought. Like, I still want to do competitions, but for me now it's about testing what I know and how effectively, quickly and easily I might be able to get in and hold that shape. But the magazine stuff, I mean, I first came to America wanting to like be that cover model. I grew up, one of the first things, I had a Men's Health magazine and I was looking at it and I want abs and I want arms like that. I didn't look at the rest of the body or physique. It was just like, this is a dude that looks good. He's got six-pack abs. He's got these like round biceps. If I look back at that image now, I mean, I've surpassed that initial concept of what I wanted. And if I'd have seen me how I am now, back when I was 14, it would be like, am I gonna like grow into this? Right. But we don't see it like that because we're with us all the time. We always see our reflections. So the magazine stuff, first of all, you don't make money off it. People think like you get a magazine cover, you make however much money from that. Guess again. Because if they were going to shoot you and you're asking about fees and, well, I'm only going to do it if I get paid this much, they'll turn right to the next guy, might be me, and say, hey, look, we're shooting for whatever magazine cover. Are you ready? I'm not going to ask about money. I'll be like, I'm there. You put me on a magazine? Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's a big misconception. And secondly, it's not easy. It took me, I got my first cover, my first big magazine cover, like not too long ago, 2009, and I'd already been competing for 3 or 4 years. So it was kind of about being in the right place, communicating, networking with people, putting myself out there without expecting things back. And it just kind of happened to come to me. And now that I'm kind of in that kind of loop, it's easier just to like phone up a photographer or a magazine and say, look, you know, I'm in the area, I'm looking like this again, can we work together again? I think when people start off, they're too expectant that I'm in good shape, you need to shoot me and put me on a magazine. What's in it for the magazine? Everyone's got six-pack abs, they're in shape now. What makes you different? What can you offer them? Are you articulate? Can you create content? Can you write for them? Can you take their viewers outside of just the typical norm of like a fitness magazine or health and fitness? Think about what you have to offer, and that's what really got me going. But just to wrap it up, I mean, follow your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something. If you want to do a magazine, shoot, competition, you've always got to think, okay, how do I end up here and I'm here? How do I work back? If you want to be in a magazine, well, first of all, are you in shape? Are you looking at the people who are in those magazines and seeing like they're tan, they're maybe clean shaved, look at the color of the shorts, look at how they pose. Are you in a similar condition? If you can say yes to all of that, you can progress to that next stage, which is, how do I make that connection? Well, first of all, you don't just wait for them to contact you. You got to hustle for that. You got to contact the photographers, follow them on social media, like their work, engage, speak to other models. This is something that is literally a business aspect. And when you start thinking about it as a business aspect, you can start to understand it and figure out the necessary steps. But I don't wake up in the mirror and look at myself and be like, oh yeah, I'm a model. I honestly don't. At best, I'm like, this is good for me. I'm in good shape for me. I want to get some photos done. And then you start to believe it a little bit more and you start to get like the ego, of course, that comes up. You see me in the videos and like there'll be times I'm looking in the mirror and like flexing. That's my time. I'm not necessarily putting it out and saying like, look how good I look. Maybe I did in like the 7-year videos ago, but that was like, I was young and everything was new. So now it's, that's my time. The photo shoots are really all of this time with the training, the diet, the discipline, the restrictions on food and going out and basically putting my life on lockdown for weeks, if not months at a time. The photo shoot is where I'm like, I'm just gonna let my ego go. I'm gonna think I'm the bomb. I'm gonna do my poses. If some of them work and I get a cover, like, how blessed am I?